भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्यानंद नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण प्रणव
మా హన్సిని వాళ్ళ ఆటో రాలే ప్రభు.
ఓకే
అంతలా
నేను చేస్తా ప్రభు, ఇవాళ చేస్తాను మేనేజ్ శీర్షకం రాసుడు
ప్రభు.
చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ,
చేస్తారా? నేను మధ్యలో ఒకవేళ జాయిన్ అయితే ఐ మేనేజ్, బట్ 20-30 నిమిషాల సరేనా?
हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण अम्मा आधे को ग्लास ही हो ग्लास है हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हम लोग स्ट्रीम ही है, कोडिंग सेक्शन में कुछ हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे वाट हरे राम राम हरे చాలా हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे लेटर वेस्ट sometimes let waste like that हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे you should pronounce properly and you should be here what you are pronouncing you should be here हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य सतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री साधु भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम 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 हरे मार्च हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती राधा स्वामी नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सकारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री साधु गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा राजू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा
माता जी
माता जी प्रभु जी आर यू एबल टू मैनेज टुडेस कॉल చేయగలరా?
చేస్తాం माता जी
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी
हरे कृष्ण
राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Can we start, Mataji? Lavani Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Girish Prabhuji.
యా ప్రభుజీ, యాక్చువల్ గా మా పాపకి వాళ్ళ లేట్ అయింది, సో కొంచెం నేను వాళ్ళతో నేను కమ్యూనికేట్ చేస్తున్నా. కొంచెం క్యారీ ఆన్ ప్లీజ్.
యా యా షూర్ మాతాజీ. మాతాజీ ఇంకోటి అది ఎక్కడ నుంచి ఉంది మాతాజీ? సో ఎక్కడ స్టాప్ చేస్తాం మాతాజీ? ఏమైనా ఐడియా ఉందా?
37 ప్రభు, 37.
ఓకే ఓకే ప్రభుజీ.
37.
యా యా షూర్. లెట్స్ స్టార్ట్ మంగళాచరణ ప్రవేశం. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం అజ్ఞానతిమిరంధస్య జ్ఞానాంజనశలాకయా చష్కురం మిలితం మేన తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. నమో ఓం విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణప్రస్థాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తివేదాంత స్వామితి నామినే. నమస్తే సరస్వతి దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణి నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశతారిణి. జయ శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధర శివసాతి గౌర భక్త బృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. సంధ్య మాతాజీ. హరే కృష్ణ. హరే కృష్ణ సంధ్య మాతాజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
యా ప్లీజ్ స్టార్ట్ మాతాజీ. ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ 37. You're able to see my screen, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please start.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Please tell me whether the unconquerable Mahima, who is like a cobra, has released his long-cherished anger upon the sinners. The field of battle could not tolerate even the wonderful playing of his club when he stepped on the path. Purport. Vidura knew the strength of Bhima. Whenever Bhima was on the battlefield, his steps on the path and the wonderful playing of his club were unbearable for the enemy. Powerful Bhima did not take steps against the sons of Dhritarashtra for a long time. Vidura's inquiry was whether he had yet released his anger, which was like that of a suffering cobra. When a cobra releases its venom after long cherished anger, its victim cannot survive.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vani Mataji, please can you? Hare Krishna, Vani Mataji. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji, please can you do this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please tell me whether Arjuna, whose bow bears the name Gandiva, and who is always famous amongst the chariot warriors for vanquishing his enemies, is doing well. He once satisfied Lord Shiva by covering him with arrows when Shiva came an unidentified false hunter. But Lord Shiva tested Arjuna's strength by picking a quarrel with him over a hunted boar. He confronted Arjuna in the false dress of a hunter, and Arjuna covered him with arrows until Lord Shiva was satisfied with Arjuna fighting. He offered Arjuna the Pasupati weapon and blessed him. Here, Vidura inquired about the great warrior's well-being. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Vani Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah, Lavani Mataji, please can you read this?
యా హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ. ఇక్కడ
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah, translation.
కొంచెం స్క్రోల్ చేయరా?
కనిపిస్తుందా?
యా హరే కృష్ణ. Yeah. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The twin brothers who are protected by their brothers doing well. The eye is always protected by the eyelid. They are enemy Duryodhana. Just as Garuda snatched nectar from the mouth of Indra, the thunderbolt carrier. Purport. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport. Indra, the king of heaven, carries a thunderbolt in his hand and is very strong. Yet Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, was able to snatch nectar from his mouth. Similarly, Duryodhana was strong as the king of heaven, and still the sons of Pritha, the Pandavas, were able to snatch away their kingdom from Duryodhana. Both Garuda and the Parthas are pet devotees of Lord, and thus it was possible for them to face such strong enemies. Vidura inquiry was about the youngest brothers of the Pandavas, namely Nakula and Sahadeva. These twin brothers were sons of Madri, the stepmother of other Pandavas. But also they were stepbrothers because Kunti took charge of them after departure of Madri with her husband Maharaj Pandu. Nakula and Sahadeva was as good as other three Pandavas, namely Yudhishthira, Bhima and Arjuna. The five brothers are known in the world as regular brothers. The three elder Pandavas took care of the younger brothers, just as the eyelid takes care of the eye. Vidura was anxious to know whether, after winning back their own kingdom from the hands of Duryodhana, the younger brothers were still living happily under the care of elder brothers. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji, are you available, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Please, can you read, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Oh my Lord, is Pritha still living? She lived only for the sake of her fatherless children. Otherwise, it is impossible for her to live without King Pandu, who was the greatest commander and who alone conquered the 4 directions simply with the help of a second bow. Purport. A faithful wife cannot live without her lord, the husband, and therefore all widows used to voluntarily embrace the burning fire which consumed the dead husband. This system was very common in India because all the wives were chaste and faithful to their husbands. Later on, with the advent of the age of Kali, the wives gradually began to be less adherent to their husbands, and voluntary embrace of the fire by the widow became a thing of the past. Very recently, the system was abolished since the voluntary system had become a forcible social custom. When Maharaja Pandu died, both his wives, namely Kunti and Madri, were prepared to embrace the fire, but Madri requested Kunti to live for the sake of the younger children, the 5 Pandavas. This was agreed upon by Kunti at the added request of Vyasadeva. In spite of her great bereavement, Kunti decided to live, not to enjoy life in the absence of her husband, but only to give protection to the children. This incident is referred to here by Vidura because he knew all the facts about his sister-in-law, Kunti Devi. It is understood that Maharaja Pandu was a great warrior and that he alone, with the help of bow and arrow, could conquer the world's 4 directions. In the absence of such a husband, it was almost impossible for Kunti to live on even as a widow, but she had to do it for the sake of the 5 children.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Deepa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Please.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O gentle one, I simply lament for him, Dhritarashtra, who rebelled against his brother after death. By him, I was driven out of my own house, although I am his sincere well-wisher, because he accepted the line of action adopted by his own sons. Purport. Vidura did not ask about the welfare of his elder brother because there was no chance of his well-being, only news of his gliding down to hell. Vidura was a sincere well-wisher for Dhritarashtra, and he had a thought about him in the corner of his heart. He lamented that Dhritarashtra could rebel against the sons of his dead brother Pandu, and that he could drive him, Vidura, out of his own house on the dictation of his crooked sons. In spite of these actions, Vidura never became an enemy of Dhritarashtra but continued to be his well-wisher. And at the last stage of Dhritarashtra's life, it was Vidura only who proved to be his real friend. Such is the behavior of Vaishnava like Vidura. He desires all good even for his enemies. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Tapan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Please read, Prabhuji.
Translation. I am not astonished at this, having traveled over the world without being seen by others. The activities of the personality of Godhead, which are like those of a man in this mortal world, are bewildering to others. But I know by his greatness, by his grace, and thus I am happy in all respects. But although he was the brother of Dhritarashtra, Vidura was completely different. By the grace of Lord Krishna, he was not foolish like his brother, and thus his brother's association could not influence him. Dhritarashtra and his materialistic sons wanted to falsely lord it over the world by dint of their own strength. The Lord encouraged them in this, and thus they become more and more bewildered. But Vidura wanted to achieve sincere devotional service of the Lord and therefore become a soul absolutely surrendered to the absolute personality of Godhead. He could realize this in the progress of his pilgrim's journey, and thus he was freed from all doubts. He was not at all sorry to be bereft of his hearth and home because he had now experienced that dependence on the mercy of Lord is greater freedom than so-called freedom at home. A person should not be in the renounced order of life unless he is firmly convinced of being protected by the Lord. This stage of life is explained in Bhagavad Gita as Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhi. Every living entity is factually completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. But unless one is in a pure state of existence, he cannot be established in this position. This stage of dependence is called Sattva Samshuddhi, or purification of one's existence. The result of such purification is exhibited in fearlessness. A devotee of the Lord who is called Narayana Para is never afraid of anything because he is always aware of the fact that the Lord protects him in all circumstances. With this conviction, Vidura traveled alone, and he was not seen or recognized by any friend or foe. Thus, he enjoyed freedom of life without obligation to the many duties of the world. When Lord Sri Krishna was personally present in the mortal world in his eternal blissful form of Shyamsundara, those who were not pure devotees of the Lord could not recognize him or know his glories. Avajananti mam mudam manushim tanum ashritam. He is always bewildering to non-devotees, but he is always seen by the devotees by the dint of their pure devotional service to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, who else is there? Yeah, Lalitman Prabhuji. Rashmi Mataji, Gaurav Prabhuji is there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, he is there.
Yeah, Gaurav Prabhuji, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Despite his being the Lord and being always willing to revive the distress of sufferers, he, Krishna, refrained from killing the Kurus. Although they committed all sorts of sins, and although he saw other kings constantly agitating the earth by their stronger military movements, carried out under the dictation of three kids of false pride. Sorry, Prabhuji. Purport. As declared in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord appears in the mortal world to execute his much needed mission of killing the miscreants and giving protection to the suffering faithful. In spite of that mission, Lord tolerated the insult to Draupadi by Kurus and the injustice perpetrated against the Pandavas, as well as the insult to himself. The question may be raised, why did he tolerate such injustices and insults in his presence? Why did he not chastise the Kuruvas immediately? When Draupadi was insulted in the assembly by the Kurus, by their attempt to see her naked in the presence of all, the Lord protected Draupadi by supplying an ultimate length of clothing. But he did not chastise the insulting party immediately. This silence of the Lord did not mean, however, that he excused the offenses of Kurus. There were many other kings on earth who had become very proud of the three kind of possessions: wealth, education, and followers, and they were constantly agitating the earth by movements of military strength. The Lord was just waiting to get them together on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and kill them all at one time, just to make a shortcut in his killing mission. Godless kings or heads of state, when puffed up by advance of material wealth, educations, and increasing of populations, always make a show to military strength and give trouble to the innocent. When Lord Krishna was personally present, there were many such kings all over the world, and he thus arranged for the battle of Kurukshetra. In his manifestation of Vivashpa Rupa, the Lord expressed his mission of killing as follows: I have willingly descended to the earth in my capacity of inexorable time in order to decrease the unwanted population. I shall finish all those who have assembled here except you, the Pandavas. The killing does not wait for you to take part in it. It is already arranged. All will be killed by me. If you want to become famous as a hero of the battlefield and thus enjoy the booty of a war, then O Shavya Sachi, just become the immediate cause of this killing and thus take the credit. I have already killed all the great warriors, Bhishma, Drona, the Jayadatta, Karna, and many other great generals. Do not worry. Fight the battle and be famous as a great hero. The Lord always wants to see his devotee as the hero of some episode which he himself performs. He wanted to see his devotee and friend Arjuna as a hero of the battle Kurukshetra, and thus he waited for all the miscreants of the world to assemble. That and nothing else is the explanation of his waiting. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
I can read, Prabhu.
You can read. Yeah, Lalit Mohan Prabhuji will read. After that, you can read.
Yes, yes.
Now you can read, Prabhuji. Or
No,
want
I'll.
to?
And I have to leave also. You continue. I will.
Yeah,
I
you
want-
you can read, Prabhuji, now if you want.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The appearance of the Lord is manifested for the annihilation of the starts. His activities are transcendental and are enacted for the understanding of all persons. Otherwise, since the Lord is transcendental to all material modes, what purpose could he serve by coming to earth? Purport. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Brahma Samhita 5.1. The form of the Lord is eternal, blissful, and satisfying. His so-called birth is therefore an appearance only, like the birth of the sun on the horizon. His birth does not, like that of the living entities, take place under the influence of material nature and the bondage of the reactions of past deeds. His works and activities are independent pastimes and are not subject to the reactions of material nature. In Bhagavad Gita 4.14, it is said, Namam karmani limpante name karma phale spruha iti mam yo bhijanati karma bhirnasa badhyate. The law of karma enacted by the Supreme Lord for the living entities cannot be applicable to him, nor has the Lord any desire to improve himself by activities like those of ordinary living beings. Ordinary living beings work for the improvement of their conditional lives, but the Lord is already full of all opulence, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Why should he desire improvement? No one can excel him in any opulence, and therefore the desire for improvement is absolutely useless for him. One should always discriminate between the activities of the Lord and those of ordinary living beings. Thus, one may come to the right conclusion regarding the Lord's transcendental position. One who can come to the conclusion of the Lord's transcendence can become a devotee of the Lord and can at once be free from all reactions of past deeds. It is said, Karmani nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam. Karmani nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam. The Lord minimizes or nullifies the reactionary influence of the devotees' past deeds. Brahma Samhita 5.54. ఇంకా 2 paragraphs ఉన్నాయి ఒకసారి స్క్రోల్ డౌన్ చేయండి. స్క్రోల్ డౌన్ చేయండి ప్రభుజీ. Yeah, let me finish this, Prabhuji. తర్వాత బస్సులో ఉంటాను, అందుకే I won't be able to get clarity. So let me complete this and you all continue. And one more thing I wanted to share in the Veda Reading Club group, దాంట్లో ఈరోజు శ్లోకాలు డిసైడ్ చేయాల్సినవి 2 స్క్రీన్ షాట్లు పెట్టాను. 2 చేద్దాం ఈరోజు. ఫస్ట్ 2 from Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto. Just now we are reading 3rd canto. The different chapter, there are 2 verses there. So we will practice today. So let me finish these 2 paragraphs and leave. Thank you, Prabhu. The activities of the Lord are to be accepted and relished by all living entities. His activities are to attract the ordinary man towards the Lord. The Lord always acts in favor of the devotees. Therefore, ordinary men who are fruitive actors or seekers of salvation may be attracted to the Lord when he acts as protector of the devotees. Sarvadharman parityajya. Sharanam aham sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami mashachaya. Pat on the back verse and yeah. The fruitive actors can attain their goals by devotional service, and the salvationists can also attain their goal in life by devotional service to the Lord. The devotees do not want the fruitive results of their work, nor do they want any kind of salvation. They relish the glorious superhuman activities of the Lord, such as his lifting Govardhana hill and his killing the demon Putana in infancy. His activities are enacted to attract all kinds of men, karmis, jnanis, ashtanga yogis, of course, bhaktas, because it is transcendental to all laws of karma. భగవంతునికి కర్మ లాస్ అవన్నీ ఏం లేదు, మోడ్స్ అదంతా ఏమి ఉండదు, బికాజ్ ఈజ్ ద క్రియేటర్. There is no possibility of his accepting a form of Maya as is forced on the ordinary living entities who are bound by the actions and reactions of their own deeds. The secondary purpose of his appearance is to annihilate the upstart asuras and to stop the nonsense of atheistic propaganda by less intelligent persons. By the Lord's causeless mercy, the asuras who are killed personally by the personality of God get salvation. The pure devotees have no connection with the material body, and certainly the Lord, who appears as he is in his Satchidananda form, is not limited by a material form. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, last verse, I think. This is the last verse of this chapter. Yeah, Lalitman Prabhuji, please do this.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Yeah, translation. Oh, my friend, please therefore chant the glories of the Lord, who is meant to be glorified in the places of pilgrimage. He is unborn, and yet he appears by his causeless mercy upon the surrendered rulers of all parts of the universe. Only for their interest did he appear in the family of his unalloyed devotees, the Yadus. Purport by His Divine A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. There are innumerable rulers all over the universe in different varieties of planets. The sun gods in the sun planet, the sun god in the sun planet, the moon god in the moon planet, Indra in the heavenly planet, Vayu, Varuna and those in the Brahmaloka planet, where Lord Brahma is living. All are obedient servants of the Lord. Whenever there is any trouble in the administration of the innumerable planets in different universes, the rulers pray for an appearance of the Lord, and the Lord appears. The Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 3rd chapter, 28th sloka, has already confirmed this in the following verse. Yete cham sakala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. In every millennium, whenever there is any trouble for the obedient rulers, the Lord appears. He also appears for the sake of his pure and alloyed devotees. The surrendered rulers and the pure devotees are always strictly under the control of the Lord, and they are never disobedient to the desires of the Lord. The Lord is therefore always attentive to them. ప్రభు లాస్ట్ మీరు చేసి కంక్లూడ్ చేస్తారా?
ఇది చేసేయండి ప్రభుజీ, పర్లేదు. నేను స్టార్ట్ విత్ సుబోధిని.
Yeah, okay. The purpose of pilgrimages is to remember the Lord constantly, and therefore the Lord is known as Tirtha Kirti. The purpose of going to a place of pilgrimage is to get the chance of glorifying the Lord. Even today, although times have changed, there are still pilgrimage sites in India. For example, in Mathura and Vrindavan, where we have a chance to stay, people are awake from early in the morning at 4 a.m. up until night time and are constantly engaged some way or other in chanting the holy glories of the Lord. The beauty of such pilgrimage site is that automatically one remembers the holy glories of the Lord. His name, fame, quality, form, pastimes, and entourage are all identical to the Lord, and therefore chanting the glories of the Lord invokes the personal presence of the Lord. Anytime or anywhere, pure devotees meet and chant the glories of the Lord. The Lord is present without any doubt. It is said by the Lord Himself that He always stays where His pure devotees chant His glories. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the third canto, first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Questions by the Vidura. Prabhu, I will be not available for the next 15 or 20 minutes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we'll start Gita Subodhini. Sir, Bhagavata Subodhini. Yeah, is it visible, right? Hare Krishna Matas and Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, visible.
Yeah. Navanita Mataji, sorry, Samita Mataji. You are not.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You didn't read, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Just now I joined, Prabhuji.
Okay. I'll read and I'll give to you, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. 3.1 questions by Vidura. 1 to 5, fifth. 1 to 5. Vidura's renunciation and Maharaja Parikshit's inquisitiveness. 1 to 2. Sukadeva Goswami spoke about Vidura renouncing home. 3 to 4. Parikshit inquired about Vidura Maitreya Samvada. 16 to 16. Circumstances leading to Vidura's leaving Hastinapura. 6 to 9. Atrocities of Dhritarashtra and party. 10 to 13. Vidura's advice to Dhritarashtra. 14 to 16. Duryodhana insulted Vidura and Vidura left the palace, considering it an act of the Lord's Maya. 17 to 25. Vidura's pilgrimage. 17 to 19. Travel to different places like Prabhasa, places on the bank of Saraswati, visited temples and deities of Lord Vishnu. 20 to 23. At Prabhasa, Vidura came to know that all his relatives have died. 24 to 25. Vidura met Uddhava at the bank of Yamuna. 26 to 42. Vidura's inquiries from Uddhava about the welfare of Yadu and Kurus. 26 to 35. About Krishna, Balarama and Yadus. 36 to 40. About the Kurus. 41 to 42. Vidura's lamentation for Dhritarashtra. 43 to 45. Vidura's request to hear about Krishna. Krishna descend to attract all and to show mercy to his devotees. At the end of second canto, Sukadeva Goswami was going to describe the Padmakalpa to Maharaja Parikshit 2.10.47. However, Saunaka Rishi inquired about the topics of Vidura's leaving home, his pilgrimage and conversation with Maitreya Rishi 2.10.48 to 50, which the sages had heard in 1.13.1. So Suta Goswami replied by quoting Sukadeva Goswami, who had already explained the subject matter in response to Maharaja Parikshit's similar inquiries. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Samyukta Mataji, please can you read this section? 1 to 5.
Okay, Prabhuji. 1 to 5. Vidura's renunciation and Maharaja Parikshit inquisitiveness. Sukadeva Goswami, considering that the questions of Parikshit were previously asked by Vidura to Maitreya, started to narrate the events leading to the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. First one, previously Vidura renounced his prosperous home and entered the forest where he met Maitreya Rishi and asked his questions from 2.8. Second one, the Pandavas' house was considered by Lord Krishna as his own and he entered it without invitation, neglecting the house of Duryodhana. Third one, Maharaja Parikshit asked, kindly describe where and when the discussion between Vidura and Maitreya took place. Fourth one, questions by saintly Vidura. Amalatmana must have been Nahya Alpartha, not unimportant or insignificant. Second one, Variyasi, highly purposeful. And third one, Sadhuvada, approved by the learned circles or praised by Maitreya. Nahai Alparthodayastasya Vidurasya Malatmanaha Tasmin Variyasi Prashna Sadhu Vadopa Brahmitaha. Being pleased by Parishit questions, the great sage Rishivarya and highly experienced Subhav with Sukadeva Goswami said, please hear attentively. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Sandhya Mataji, please can you read this part? Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mataji. Mataji not there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Vani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read this till this.
Yeah.
8th.
Yeah. 6 to 16, circumstances leading to Vidura's leaving Hastinapura. 6 to 9, aristocracies of Dhritarashtra and party. 6, setting fire to the lacquer house. Blinded. Vinasta Drishti. Vinasta Drishti. By the impious desire to nourish his dishonest Asadhan sons, Dhritarashtra set fire to the lacquer house to burn his fatherless nephews, the Pandavas. 7. Insulting Draupadi. Dhritarashtra did not forbid Dushasana's abominable act, Graham, of dragging Draupadi by the hair into the assembly, although she was weeping. 8. Cheating and gambling. Dhritarashtra and party cheated Yudhishthira, who was born without enemies, Ajatashatru, in gambling and later refused his rightful share of the kingdom.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Yeah, Deepa Mataji, please can you read this till 13, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. From where, Prabhuji? 10 to 13.
From 9th to 13.
Yeah. Disregarding Krishna, Dhritarashtra or Duryodhana, who lost even the last farthing of piety, Kshata Punya Lesha, didn't respect the nectarian words Amrita Ayanani of Lord Krishna, Guru of the universe, Jagat Guru. Vidura's advice to Dhritarashtra. On being invited by Dhritarashtra for consultation, the expert advisor Vidura spoke as follows. Return their legitimate share to the Pandavas who tolerated your offenses. You are fearful of the revengeful Bhima who is breathing like a snake. Lord Krishna is on their side and all the kings and the Yadus are with Krishna. Dhritarashtra may argue, but my son Duryodhana will oppose this. 13. Get rid of your son Duryodhana for the benefit of the family. He is offense personified, dosha, envious of Lord Krishna, Purusha Dvid, Krishna Vimukho, and causes inauspiciousness. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji, can you read this section 14 to 16?
Hare Krishna. 14 to 16. Duryodhana insulted Vidura. 14. Duryodhana was swollen with anger. With lips trembling, he insulted Vidura, whose desirable qualities Sprahanya Silam are esteemed by respectable people. 15. Dasiputra, who called this son of a maid servant here. He betrays whose upon whom he subsisted and spies in the enemy interest. Drive him from the place with only his bread. 16. Vidura depart. Struck by those sharp words and placing his bow on the door, Vidura left his brother's place without being sorry. Gata Vyata, considering the acts of the Lord Maya to be supreme. Note: Vidura understood the influence of the Lord's external energy on Duryodhana, who was heading towards his own reunion, and he saw how the Lord's internal energy was helping him to engage fully in devotional service. Vidura is highly elevated and pious, yet he thought that he had lost his pity by the association of the diplomatic Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, and was not fit to associate with the Lord at once. Therefore, although Lord Krishna was personally present in the world at the time, Vidura did not approach him directly, but decided to travel to holy places to achieve greater pity in order to advance nearer to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Thank you, Madhu. Chandramoli Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Chandramoli Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please read this section, Prabhuji. 1725.
1725 Vidura's pilgrimage. 17 to get higher price credits, Vidura traveled to holy places where many deities were situated.
Prabhuji, your voice is breaking, Prabhuji. You're not heard properly. Not heard properly. Hare Krishna.
Please give details, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
My
Sure.
son is somebody else.
Yeah, Lavani Mataji, please read Mataji. Till 20th
Yeah, Hare
verse.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. 20th 20, right?
Yeah, I mean till this from 17. Yeah, this section.
Yeah, 17 to 25, Vidura's pilgrimage. 17. To get higher pious credit, Vidura traveled to holy places where many deities were situated. He traveled alone thinking only of Krishna in many places like cities, orchards, villages, etc., where different deities of the Lord exist. Vidura's ideal conduct as a pilgrim. He is pure, Medya, independent in occupation, Vivikta Vritti, always sanctified, Sadapluto, sleeping on the earth, Adashayano, dressed as a mendicant, Avaduta Vesho, unseen by relatives, Alakshita, alone, swear, and performed vows, Pratani Sere, only to please Lord Hari, that is Haritoshanam. Vidura thus reached Prabhasa Kshetra. At that time, Maharaja Yudhishthira gained control over the entire earth. At Prabhasa, Vidura came to know that all his relatives had died, just as an entire forest is burned due to fire produced by the friction of bamboo. In grief, he silently proceeded west. Vidura visited all the 11 places of pilgrimage on the bank of river Saraswati. He also visited many temples and deities of Lord Vishnu established by great souls. Hare Krishna.
You can complete these two Mataji.
Yeah, yes, sir. 24 and 25. Vidura met Uddhava. Passing through various provinces, Vidura finally reached the bank of the Yamuna river where he met Uddhava. Vidura affectionately embraced Uddhava, the disciple of Brihaspati and the friend of Lord Krishna, and inquired as follows. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Sapan Prabhuji, please can read till 41, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
26 to 45, Vidura's inquiries about the welfare of Yadus and Kurus. The welfare of the devotees depends on the situation of the Lord. So Vidura asks about the Lords first. Are the original personalities of Godhead, Krishna and Balram, who descended on the request of Lord Balram, doing well in the house of Shurasena? Inquiries about Yadus. How are Vasudev, Pradyumna, Ugrasena, Samba, Yuyudhana, Akrura, Devaki, Aniruddha, Pradika, Charudeshna, Gada, and others? Inquiries about Kurus. How are the Pandavas and Kunti? Vidura also described each of these personalities briefly by quoting an incident or an activity associated with them. Srila Prabhupada elaborates on these with backstories and lessons. I simply lament for Dhritarashtra, who drove me out, although I am his sincere well-wisher. Stop, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. I'll continue. If you want to read, you can read till 43.
Yeah, I can read.
Gaurav Prabhuji is there, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can, yeah, we'll give to Gaurav Prabhuji. Yeah, please read till this part.
Yes, Prabhuji. 42. But I am happily traveling and not astonished at this action of Lord's Maya, which bewilders people in general, because I know Lord's greatness by his grace. 43. Krishna refrained from killing Kauravas personally and immediately, although he is always willing to relieve the distress of surrendered devotees. Prapanarti Jihirsaya, and saw the kings going astray by three kinds of pride. 3. Madhopadhanam, wealth, education, and followers. But that does not mean that he excused these offenses. He waited to get them together on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and kill them all at one time. Mass cleansing mission, and make his devotee Arjuna the hero of the battle. Why should the Supreme Lord, full of knowledge and bliss, involve himself in the material world of sin and pity? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, 44. 2 reasons for Lord's appearance. First one, unborn Lord takes birth. Ajasya Janma, to kill the wicked. Utthata Nasanaya. Although without action, Karmanya Kartur, he acts to attract all kinds of people. Grahanaya Pumsam, Karmis, Gnanis, and Bhaktas to him. Otherwise, why should the transcendental Lord come to the earth? Even his pure devotee has no connection with material body. He is not like an ordinary living being, a living entity who is forced to take birth by karma. 45. Please glorify the merciful Lord. He compassionately appeared in the family of Yadus to show mercy to the surrendered rulers. Therefore, please chant the glories of the Lord, who is glorified the holy names. Kirtaya Tirtha Kirti. I bathed in the almost all holy places. Now bathe me in the holiest place, Krishna. Hare Krishna. We have completed Mataji. So let's start. I mean, Lalitman Prabhuji is not there. Giraj Prabhuji is not there. So what we'll do, Mataji? We'll do new slokas or we'll practice today? That
Prabhuji, అది వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో ఏదో శ్లోకాస్ పంపించారు గిరిరాజ్ ప్రభు, అది చదవమని చెప్పారా?
Yes, Prabhuji, but Lalitman Prabhuji is not available, right?
We can do actually.
Deepa Mataji,
complicated గా లేదు ఇది.
Deepa Mataji,
it's pretty simple.
Hare Krishna, Deepa Mataji.
Prabhuji, sorry, I was not able to unmute for something.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can make us.
ఇది దేంది ప్రభుజీ? అచ్చా, మన ఎగ్జామ్ అనుకుంటా ఇది.
భక్తి వైభవ మాతాజీ.
భక్తి వైభవాది. బట్ లలిత్ లేరు కదా, సో వి విల్ డు భీష్మ స్తుతి టుడే. ఓకే,
we can do this Mataji, no problem. This is simple Anushtuk Chanda only, no?
అంటే ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ అని అట్లా అంతే.
పర్లేదు మాతాజీ, వర్డ్ బై వర్డ్ కదా మాతాజీ చెప్తారు.
మన ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ నుంచి చేసుకుందాము రేపు మళ్ళీ ప్రభుజీతో. అయినా ప్రభుజీ 15-20 minutes వరకు ఉండను, దాని తర్వాత వస్తానన్నారు. అప్పటి వరకు మనము ఇట్లా చేసుకుని ఈలోగా ప్రభుజీ వచ్చినప్పుడు he will explain it.
Yeah, we'll practice synonyms first, Mataji. After that translation, and we'll go to sloka like that.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
Yeah, Mataji, I'm sharing my screen. I am having breakfast, Mataji. Is it okay, right?
Yeah, perfectly fine, Prabhuji. So, Srimad Bhagavatam 3.23.56. Anybody wants to do the synonyms?
I can do, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Synonyms: na, not, iha, here, yat, which, karma, for, dharmaya, for perfection of religious life, na, not, viragaya, for detachment, kalpate, leads, na, not, tirthapada, of the Lord's lotus feet, sevayai, to devotional service, jivan, living, api, although, mritaha, dead, he, indeed, saha, he. Hare Krishna.
So, anybody would like to read the translation?
I'll read, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Translation: anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to to religious life. Anyone whose religious ritualistic performances do not raise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him.
Yes, Prabhuji, continue. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Chadavana Mataji.
Chadavandi.
Yeah, translation. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performances do not raise him into renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We'll do one line.
Lalitman Prabhuji, join Mataji.
Yeah. Prabhuji?
हाँ माता
Are you ready, Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Mataji. Actually, this is a similar verse which we get in the first canto also. Shrama eva hi kevalam is there, na? That what is it? It starts with what is it? Four varnashrama.
Yes,
Means
Prabhuji.
if your dharma didn't lead to your bhakti, then that is of Shrama eva hi kevalam. So in that sense only, again it will get repeated in the third canto. This is the shloka. You know, like all your activities, ultimately it should, even if you are, what is it, renounced, even if you are renounced, what you should do?
You should do devotional service.
Taste for the devotion should increase. If that is increasing, then your varna shrama, nothing matters. Okay, this again signifies that all the activities which you do in the day or in the night or any time, it should directly do what? Increase your taste towards Krishna consciousness or devotion to the Lord, love of Godhead. If that is not being achieved in any of your activities, then it is shrama. So this again signifies the same. Okay, it says, even it goes even a step further and says, even if you're a renounced order of life and you are not increasing the taste towards the devotion, then you are gone. You're of no use.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you do the shloka, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Nehayat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivannapi mrito hi saha. This is how it goes, Mataji. Now if you want to do, you can do, because as you already started.
I haven't started, Prabhuji. You can take it, no problem.
Okay. So line by line, there is no big, tough words in this. You can do with me. Each line 3 times, then 2 lines together 3 times, then the whole shloka 3 times. Okay? Nehayat karma dharmaya.
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 Naviragaya kalpate.
Naviragaya kalpate.
Naviragaya kalpate.
Naviragaya kalpate.
Naviragaya kalpate.
Naviragaya kalpate.
Natitapada sevayai.
Natitapada sevayai.
Natitapada sevayai.
Natitapada sevayai.
Natitapada sevayai.
Natitapada sevayai.
Jivannapi mrito hi saha.
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 जीवन्
अपि
अपि मृतो हि सः
नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते
नेह
नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय
गाय
कल्पते
नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते
नेह
नेह
यत्कर्म
यत्कर्म धर्माय
धर्माय
न
न
विरागाय
विरागाय
कल्पते
कल्पते
नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते
नेह
नेह
यत्कर्म
यत्कर्म धर्माय
धर्माय
न
न
विरागाय
विरागाय
कल्पते
कल्पते
न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः
न
न
तीर्थपदसेवायै
तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो
जीवन्नपि
हि
मृतो
सः
हि सः
न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः
न
न तीर्थपादसेवायै
तीर्थपादसेवायै
जीवन्नपि मृतो
जीवन्नपि
हि
मृतो
सः
हि सः
न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः
न
न
तीर्थपादसेवायै
तीर्थपादसेवायै
जीवन्नपि
जीवन्नपि मृतो
मृतो
हि
हि
सः
सः
The whole shloka 2 times, then you can start practicing. Okay. Neha yat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivan vimrito hi saha.
नेह
नेह यत्कर्म
यत्कर्म
धर्माय
धर्माय न
विरागाय
विरागाय
कल्पते
कल्पते
न
न
तीर्थपादसेवायै
तीर्थपादसेवायै
जीवन्नपि मृतो
जीवनमपि
हि
मृतो
सः
Neha yat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivan vimrito hi saha.
नेह
नेह
यत्कर्म
यत्कर्म धर्माय
धर्माय
न
न
विरागाय
विरागाय
कल्पते
कल्पते
न
न
तीर्थपादसेवायै
तीर्थपादसेवायै
जीवन्नपि मृतो हि
जीवन्नपि
सः
मृतो हि सः
Can you start practicing now? One by
ప్రభుజీ ఇది
one.
అయిన తర్వాత ఇంకో వర్స్ కూడా చేద్దామా ఎందుకంటే టైం ఉంది కొంచెం
Okay, then you'll start practicing.
No, now we'll practice, then we'll go to the next verse.
Okay, so one by one you start practicing. It's a very small this thing, so you can do it fast. Okay, Navneeta, Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Sanjay Mataji is there? Okay, Vani Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदासेवायै न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः.
Yeah, now, Rashmi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Lavanya Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
नेह कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपादसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Deepa
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
I'll try, Prabhuji.
Yeah, who is that? Acha, you are there. Sirisha Mataji, please go.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरगाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवान् अपि मृतो हि सः.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. Any Matajis left?
I am
Other
there.
than Deepa Mataji? Yeah, Deepa Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. नेह यत्कर्म धर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious, ritualistic performances do not raise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu. Akinchan Prabhu, can you do it? You just joined, I guess, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah, let others do it, Prabhu. Then you will get this time. Okay, Sapan Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Nehayat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirthapada sevayai jivan api mrito isa. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, our Chandramali Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Nehayat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate natitta sevayai jivan api mrito hi saha.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. And Raj Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.23.56. Nehayat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivan api mruto isa.
Thank you, Prabhu. Viraj Prabhu, can you do it? Acha, you go ahead with translation, Prabhu. Yes.
Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performances do not raise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Thank you.
Yeah, Giraj Prabhu.
Prabhuji is in bus, Prabhuji, so he won't be able
Okay,
to.
okay.
He's traveling. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Akinchan Prabhu.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Nehayat karma dharmaya na viragaye kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivan api mrito hi sa.
Yeah, the last line is important here also. There in that first canto, it is Shramayeva hi kevalam. Here it is dead man walking. Okay. Jivan api mrito hi saha. Even though he is living, he is like a dead man walking. Okay. So for this line, what is a quote? Generally, this shloka is used. Jivan api mrito hi saha. Okay. Now, shall you go to the second? Monica. ఒక్కసారి పట్టుకో. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. I just want some of you to go with the synonyms, 2 devotees with synonyms and 2 devotees with the translation. Okay.
Synonyms: prasangam, attachment; ajaram, strong; pasham, entanglement; atmanaha, of the soul; kavayaha, learned men; vidu, no; saha, eva, that same; sadhushu, to the devotees; krita, applied; mokshadvaram, the door of liberation; apavritam, opened. Hare Krishna.
Synonyms: prasangam, attachment; ajaram, strong; pasham, entanglement; atmanaha, of the soul; kavayaha, learned men; viduhu, no; saha eva, that same; sadhusu, to the devotees; kritaha, applied; mokshadwaram, the door of liberation; apavritam, opened. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Now 2 devotees go with the translation, please.
Prabhuji, I'll give the translation, Prabhuji. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation.
Okay, one more devotee.
Yeah. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So this actually tells that association is the most important thing in our life. Okay, no matter what, even if you get an opportunity of 3 CR a month, just first see that whether you have an association with you wherever you go. If you don't have that association, then this 3 courses like 0 in the front instead of that 3. Okay, please always remember that after coming this deep into Krishna consciousness, we should always understand that where we stand and what is the way forward. So from now on, wherever in whichever step you take, just see through that you have an association of devotees wherever you go. So here, now 2 words are very important. One is pasham. Pasham means, it's a web. Pasham means web actually. Okay, completely entangled web it is. And the last word is very important. Apavritam. From that pasham, something will be opened. Where? Mokshadvaram will be apavritam. Mokshadvaram will be opened. How? When the same attachment, if you give it towards the devotees. Okay. And mind you, not any devotee and every devotee. Okay. It is very clear. What is that? Self-realized devotees. Okay. And if we are very, very uncomfortable with the self-realized devotees, at least to the extent that like-minded devotees. Okay. So these are the 2 very important points whenever we read this shloka. Okay. One is self-realized devotees. If we are comfortable and if we are okay, like our gurus and all. And if we didn't get them, then what? At least like-minded devotees. Okay.
So, Prabhuji, basically this shloka is asking us to get attached to self-liberated souls.
The attachment which you have with the material life, when you divert it towards the association of devotees, association of self-realized souls or the like-minded devotees, what happens? Mokshadvaram apavritam.
Okay.
Okay. Prasangam means association, Mataji. The first line, very, very easy shloka it is actually. And strong. Pasharam means strong. Actually, ajaram means strong. Okay. Prasangam, ajaram, pasham. When the attachment is with the materials, what will you have? You will get entangled into it. Okay. Kavayo viduhu. Viduhu means like what is a realized souls. What they know, when the same attachment is diverted towards the self-realized souls, then what happens? Mokshadvaram apavritam. So are you versed with the verse at least?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Prasangam. Prasangam means association. This is for a Telugu people, it will not be that tough word actually. Okay. Pasham means we already learned from many times that Nagapasha. Have you heard this?
Yes.
Whenever any treasure is kept at some place, what will they do? They will do Nagapasha at that place. Okay. Pasha means entanglement, completely locked up, or web, spider's web, where you cannot come out of it.
Yamapasham also we heard, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Yamapasham. One more Yamapasham. Yes, perfect. Nagapasham, Yamapasham. It's material world's Pasham. Okay. So Atmanaha means to the soul, to the self. When you have a strong attachment to the self, what happens? You will get completely Pasham, entangled. Kavayo viduhu. Those personalities know what learned men know. What they know? Sayeva sadhu. The same thing when it is attached towards a sadhu, what happens? Mokshadvaram apavritam. Simple. Okay. Is it simple? It's a very simple shloka actually.
Yes.
And you can meditate it on it the whole day. Okay. Now let me go with the recitation. Prasangam. Is the background sound visible? Audible? Hare Krishna.
No worries,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Please bear.
Prabhuji, but we are looking at the focus that you have.
Yeah, thank you
in
so much.
spite of all
Please have
the
it. I cannot help it out much. That's how it is. Okay. Prasangamajaram pasham. Please repeat.
Prasangamajaram
Majaram Pasham.
Prasangamajaram pasham.
Prasangamajaram Pasham.
Prasangamajaram pasham.
Prasangamajaram Pasham.
Atmanah kavayo viduhu.
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 Saeva sadhushu krito.
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 Mokshadvaramapavritam.
Mokshadvaram apavritam.
Mokshadvaramapavritam.
Mokshadvaram apavritam.
Mokshadvaramapavritam.
Mokshadvaram apavritam.
Prasangamajaram pasham natmanah kavayo viduhu.
Prasangam ajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu.
Prasangamajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu.
Prasangam ajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu.
Prasangamajaram pasham kavayo viduhu.
Prasangam ajaram pasham atmanah kavayo
viduhu.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaramapavritam.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaram apavritam.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaramapavritam.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaram apavritam.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaramapavritam.
Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaram apavritam.
Now the whole shloka 2 times. Okay. Prasangamajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu. Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaramapavritam.
Prasangamajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu. Saeva sadhushu mokshadvaram apavritam.
Prasangamajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu. Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaramapavritam.
Prasangamajaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu. Saeva sadhushu krito mokshadvaram apavritam.
Now please go for the individual practice, starting with Samyukta Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prasangam majaram pasham atmanah kavayo viduhu saeva sadhu shukruto mokshadvaram apavritam. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji, you can go ahead with the translation also. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prasangamajaram pasham atmana kavayo viduhu saeva sadhu shukruto mokshadvaram apavritam.
Yeah, thank you.
Translation. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit souls. But That same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji, only shloka.
Okay, Prabhuji. प्रसंगम अजरम पाशम अत आत्मनः कवयो विदुः स एव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम्. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Lavanya Mataji, along with translation.
I'm not in Bhakti Vaibhava, Prabhuji.
Okay, then only shloka, Mataji.
Yes. प्रसङ्गमजरं पाशम् आत्मना कवयो विदुः स एव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम्.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Deepa Mataji? No, that Sirisha Mataji is there. Raj Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Only with shloka.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You are not in Bhakti Vaibhava?
No.
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, only shloka, Mataji.
Yeah. प्रसंगम अजरं पाशम् आत्मना कवयो विदु स एव साधु सुकृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपवृतम्.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Deepa Mataji, both translation and shloka.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prasangam ajaram pasham atmana kavayo viduhu saiva sadhu shukrito mokshadvaram apavritam. Translation. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Sapan Prabhu, only shloka.
Hare Krishna. Prasangamajaram pasham atmana kavayo viduhu sa eva sadhu shukrito mokshadvaram apavratam. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Chandramali Prabhu, only shloka.
Hare Krishna. Prasangamajaram pasham atmanam kavaya viduhu saeva sadhu shukrito mokshadvaram apavratam. Hare.
Thank you, Prabhu. And Akinchan Prabhu, only shloka.
Yutka. प्रसंगमजरं पाशम आत्मना कवियो विदु सैव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम्.
Thank you, Prabhu. Raju Prabhu,
చేశారా ముందు శ్లోక చేశారా కింజన్ ప్రభుజీ?
చేశారు.
Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25.20 Prasangam acharam pasham atmana kavayo viduhu saeva sadhu sukrito mokshadvaram apavrutam. Translation. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is a great entanglement of the spirit soul. But the same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation.
Yeah. Now, Deepa Mataji can conclude the call. Who is hosting it? Raju Prabhu, we can conclude the call. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu and Mata. Thank you for joining today's call. Vanchakalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada book reading ki jai.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Right.